Hello, people, and I'm going to be starting this series every Thursday where I give you tips on writing. So, I am a pretty experienced author. I have, I'm writing several online series, and I'm currently going through the publishing process, be publishing a book, the self-publishing process. I'm going to be publishing a book sometime this month. Um, when I publish it, I'll let you guys know, and I'll leave the link to my book in the description. Um, Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about how to write a good villain, and and I have 3 tips that I hope will help you guys. So number one is avoid the whiny villain. I'm sorry, this I find like you and yes, it's just the whiny villain. Like I just there's a certain amount of complaining that a villain can do before he just sounds like a crybaby, and it's just no good anymore. Like it's just not good anymore. You don't want to just you want to try to avoid that. That's all I'm saying. Number 2 is that you have to have a motive for your villain. Yes, you have to have a motive for your villain. But not only that, but you also have to make him relatable. So, sure, he can be psychotic, and that's like if you're writing a murder mystery, different story is psychotic, you can do whatever you want with him. But in most cases, that your villain, you want to have him a motive, but you also want him to be relatable. So like, sure, something might have bad happen in his life, but you also want to make him relatable in the sense that he's still human. Sure, he's an evil monster, but at the same time he's still human. So like, what if you're writing about an assassin who in his spare time likes writing books? It just makes the villain that more interesting, and I find that more dynamic. Number 3 is the big mistake I find that I'm seeing in a lot of like stuff is that the main villain, the main antagonist of the story doesn't always have to be the main villain. Like for instance, Percy Jackson, a very good example. The main antagonist in the story is Luke. Like the main villain is Kronos, but like people you just need to understand that the main antagonist of the story, the main villain, doesn't always have to be the head boss, the big honcho. It could be his second in command. That's just and that's just one thing. Anyway, I hope that these tips help you in your writing journey, and this is Jack signing off.